So this is how to start a side hustle as fast as you possibly can. I'm gonna do this as fast as I possibly can. This is something that I got a background on. I've helped people create side hustles. I've created side hustles. My side hustles, I say 50% of them ended up being side hustles. The rest of them ended up being something that could have been even bigger than that. Honestly, should have made them even bigger than that. But um, for to be honest with you, one of the reasons why this is important to talk about is so that you don't end up like I did in a sense, right? Like when to multiply and get cracking. So look, check it out. Here's the first thing you need to do. The things you're interested in. You know what you like to do. Brainstorm 30 things that you're interested in. Those things could be things you like to do, things you'd like to learn how to do, things you already know how to do very well. Get that list of 30. Delete everything you're interested in off of that. All the things that you want to learn how to do, delete those off of that. Because creating a business is not about learning something new. You won't get active. You will not get out there and take action if you are out here trying to learn. You're reading books. You'll be doing this for 3-4 years, trying to read books, catch up, figure out what you need to do. Don't do it. It's not what you want. You don't want that smoke at all. That's not going to make you money. You can learn while you're growing. Do that. Always be doing something to further the business while you're doing something else. Never stop doing the thing that furthers the business. That has to always be moving like a locomotive. Okay. So sit there, create your list of things that you know how to do. Find out which things that you can consistently do. Things that you can wake up in the morning and do real quick. Things that you know how to. You have to know how to create a process to get it done. You need to take under consideration your kids, your husband, your wife, your family, your mortgage, your rent, your whatever that you need to do. You need to sit down and say, how much time do I have on the weekends? How much time do I have in the week? Will I need support on this? How much capital do I need to start up? These are the type of things that you have to kind of come up with. Once you got that going, you have to think about how you can make that thing make money. You should have went through that list and picked the top 5, then picked maybe a top 3, then sat down with somebody you care about and came up with number 1 from that 3 or number 1 from that 2, right? So at this point in time, you should have one. Sit down with that one and create a and start to kind of create an idea. And hopefully there's a few ideas of ways that you can create a revenue from it. And brainstorm things you need to do to make that happen. One of the things that you could do is take the idea that you have and put that into, chat GPT. Once you put that in chat GPT, say, hey, I'm interested in, you know, I'm interested in, I don't know, fitted hats. You know what I mean? I'm interested in fitted hats. I want to make fitted hats. List me 30 ways to start that process. Then list me 30 more ways to monetize and make money off of it, right? Obviously, making fitted hats and selling them is how you make money, but you get the drift. And chat GPT will list all these things. Go through those things, proofread them, make sure that makes sense. If you have the free chat GPT, that only holds information till I believe October 2023. So if it's something that you need live information on, like live today information on, that's not going to work. But it generally should work for an outline of a business. After that, now you can get cracking. So now you have you found, okay, I want to do this. I know I can make money doing it. I know kind of the process I'm going to do to make some money to do it. And at this point in time, you need to start thinking about revenue and things like that. Once you have a plan for revenue and startup costs and things like that that you'll need, now you can actually create a business plan. And the business plan is how you're going to earn money. It's how you're going to, how much money you're projected to lose, how much money you're projected to make each quarter, or or your gains and your losses each quarter, or yearly. I would recommend where you think you want to be in 5 years. What do you think are going to be some walls you're going to hit, right? Things like that. But how much people you need, just different things like that. How much capital you need for startup, all of that. And once you create that, now it's time to go sit down and kind of plan an LLC. You can do that online, or you can do that through the city that you're in. I believe you can go down to I believe the county office. I Online is usually the easiest way to do it. I believe the fee is just under $200. You should be able to get cracking on that. Me personally, online businesses all day. That was what I like to do. It didn't take anything physical. If you're doing anything physical, there's a couple of steps, right? In the steps that I just mentioned, that you got to kind of make that apparent and decide how the startup costs are going to be for you. So boom, now that you have that understanding, right? That's how quick it is to do it. That's how quick it is to do it. I want to keep this video under 10 minutes, but there's a couple of things I think that you should know. I did a video about the harsh reality of being a father, husband, and being an entrepreneur. You need to sit down with your significant other if you have one, and let them know what you're trying to do and how much time you'll need. I talked about this in a previous step. You need to do that. Discuss that with them. Also, when we're talking friends and family, that's up to you how you want to do it. My personal opinion is do not talk to family when you're first getting it started. What happens is family could have sometimes family has a tendency to knock down your idea, or they'll start to add 1,000 things to the idea to where now you're bogged down and you're rethinking the entire strategy you just came up with. So your strategy is should be in the form of steps. And what happens is one person might say, "Oh, you know what? All your hats should be green, or all your hats should be one color because that represents X, Y, and Z," right? So now you have to go back to the drawing board and go, "Okay, I got to redesign these hats, or I got to rethink about my design." And when that happens, some people, not everybody, but some people decide, "Okay, this is too much." And too much is the enemy. That's the devil cousin right there. Too much is the enemy. Um, when you created your plan, it went by steps, because if you're reading a paragraph instead of steps like 1 through 10, it starts you're taking in so much information at one time, you think it's too much. If I tell you to go upstairs, go get my hat, bring it down here, wipe it off real quick, let it dry in the dryer, then take it out of the dryer and put it on a hat molder and make sure there's no, you know what I'm saying, no lint on it. And then go ahead and make sure that it matches my shirt. You get what I'm saying? I can say that. But if I say that, it hits different than, "Hey, can you go get my hat?" Then I go get the hat, right? And I come back down. "Hey, can you do da? Oh, I'll go do that." So if it's step by step, it sounds a little bit more like something that's doable. It sounds like a goal that's attainable. So if you do all those steps, it puts you in a position to where now you know what you want to do. You can do it. The thing is that you have to actually get up and do it. Learning how to do it and watching videos on how to do it back to back all day instead of taking action is not taking action. It's not doing business research, because you're going to do that for 4 months. If you know about something, if you know about an industry and you know how to get cracking and make some money off it, you should be doing that. You should be focusing on creating a procedure to make some money off it. That's the time that you should be spending. While you're making the money and the product is out there and you're trying to make it crack, then you could look for things, tips and tricks on how to do things like that, right? Then you could look up the legalities and all that good stuff. But don't be reading books and doing studying and all that, and you look up and it's been 6 months and you have not started your business, right? So that's how to start a side hustle in 10 minutes. I'm gonna holler at you.